What's going on, guys? This is Lior and welcome back to my channel. Now, in this video, I'm gonna give you guys 4 tips on how to better convert the leads that you get, right? Because as real estate agents, we get leads from a lot of different sources, right? You can get online leads, whether that's like PPC leads, Facebook ad leads, other types of leads you might purchase. We've got Zillow leads. You may have leads from cold calling, even social media leads, right? We get a lot of different types of leads, but of course, all the money at the end of the day is made when we can actually convert these leads into actual buyers or sellers. So as someone that's gone through the trenches of both online leads, cold calling leads, and social media leads, what I thought I would do is give you guys my top 4 tips of how you can best convert these leads and generate more business for yourself. So with that, let's get at it. What's going on, guys? My name's Lior and I'm a team leader of a real estate group here in Boston, Massachusetts. And I am excited to make this video for you guys. So before I get into it, super quickly, guys, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. I'm gonna be putting out tons of content all about how to grow your agent business as well as your wealth as a real estate agent. So if that's the kind of content you're gonna be looking for, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's get right into it. And before I actually give you guys the tips of how to convert the leads, let's quickly talk about how we reach out to leads, right? And this is especially true for any online leads or leads that you may purchase, right? As I said, PPC, Facebook, Zillow, other online lead providers, right? And especially when you're not buying exclusive leads, right? When the leads are going to you and other agents, right? One of the most important lessons, and I know this is recycled and I know you've probably heard about this, but it is so freaking true, is speed to lead matters. And not only speed to lead, but the persistency after that initial outreach also is absolutely crucial, right? So what I used to do when I was buying a lot of online leads is not only would I obviously call them as soon as absolutely possible within a few minutes if I was available when I got the lead, but then there's a schedule that I follow right after, right? If I didn't get in touch with them at that point, I would call them twice that first day, also send a text. And then for the next 4 days, if I did not get a response from them, I would continue to call twice and send 1 text a day. And if I had their email, I would also send an email. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot, right? But think about this, right? You are paying for these leads, especially if it's something like a Zillow lead. I mean, those are expensive leads. And you want to make sure you're doing absolutely everything you possibly can to have a chance at conversion and a chance at conversation, right? So really making sure you hammer out that first 5-10 minutes, and then that next 1 to 4 days, if you don't hear from them, is absolutely crucial in generating that initial conversation. Now, let's say you got that initial conversation. How do you actually continue to follow up with them to convert them into a client? So tip number 1 for that is, and you've probably heard this as well somewhere, but I can very confidently tell you this was the key to my business my first couple of years, is your follow-up game needs to be super tight. And it's really not that complex, right? But having a consistent schedule on touching base with leads is absolutely crucial, right? Because we all know the statistics that a lot, especially online leads, tend to be further out in terms of being ready to make a move, right? Whether it's buying or selling, right? Most leads, I would say, most online leads typically tend to be anywhere from 4 to 6, 7 months out. Sometimes they can be longer. I've converted leads that I've nurtured 12 to 15 months, right? So if you're gonna be in the business for a while, making sure to have a consistent schedule of touching base with these leads is crucial, right? And something as simple as literally hitting them up once every 30 days, maybe if they're super long-term, maybe you can go once every 45 days or something, right? And just having a super simple script. That's all you need to do, right? Nothing fancy. Just reach out to them, say, hey, Joe, hope all is well, man. I know this is Lior. I know we talked about in the past about buying a home. I know you're still probably not ready. Just want to touch base. The market's still doing good. Prices are still stable out there. Obviously, if you have any questions, just let me know. Boom, done. And that's it. That's all you got to do once a month. Just reach out to them, super short, super concise, and just, again, build that name in front of them, right? That you're someone that's going to be dedicating to working with them, someone that remembers about them, and someone that really just cares about them. My next tip for you guys that's actually worked really well for me. This is probably better for seller leads, but if you get buyer leads that have their current addresses, this is really good, is send a handwritten note. And with handwritten notes, again, super simple. What I did was I went to Staples, bought like a box of these little cards that I can, quickly write a couple of sentences down and put them in the mail. And again, the script is super easy, right? Like, hey, Mr. Smith, this is Lior. We talked a bunch of times about your home. Hope all is well. I know you're not ready to sell right now, but of course, if there's anything I can do in the meantime, with anything, make sure you reach out to me and I'll definitely help you out, right? Write that out, handwritten, stick a business card if you want, and put that in the mail, right? And you can do that, maybe don't do that every month. I mean, I think for that I would do once every 60 days just to kind of, freshen it up, make sure they have a new piece for me every single, every couple months or whatever. But again, that, if they actually get that and they open that, that's huge, especially since it's handwritten. You can tell, obviously it takes effort to do that. It's not like something that's printed. And I think it's a really good touch. And I've had sellers in the past tell me, hey, I really like their cards that you kept sending me throughout. I knew you were persistent and I knew you're gonna be a really good agent for me. Tip number 3 that I will have for you guys is connect with these leads on social platforms, right? So you can find your leads on things like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, right? Whatever platform you play with and that you're most active with, connect with your leads on there, right? Because this is actually a really good way of passively nurturing your leads, right? Especially if you're someone that produces some sort of content on a somewhat consistent schedule, right? And especially if you're doing video, which we'll talk about in the next tip. But if you're doing any sort of consistent content out there, right, and you connect with your leads are obviously going to be reading into your content, right? You're creating this content, not just for the mass general, but get it, if you connect with your leads on there, they can obviously keep seeing your face, keep seeing your ideas, keep seeing you as a thought leader in the space. And that will help just build more trust and more rapport passively without needing to actually, actively hammer them, right? Whether it's actively calling them, texting them, or sending them mail, right? So this is really great trick that I would definitely do with all of your leads. And finally, tip number 4 I have for you guys, and I really like this one. I picked this one up from my coach as well, is text or email them videos directly, right? So, if you're gonna do maybe a text, if you feel comfortable, instead of just shooting a text, just shoot a quick video. Again, same script. Hey Joe, hope all is well. I know you're not ready to buy, but market's doing well. Boom, done. And send that as a video to them, right? Or if you're doing other video content, let's say you're doing other content like home buying tips, right? Whatever, right? Or pre-approval tip. I did a lot of that kind of content on my YouTube channel. What I did in the past was literally send them that YouTube video and say, hey Joe, hope all is well. I just made this video, thought it would be interesting for you, because I know you're going to be looking to buy. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Boom, done, right? So kind of mixing and matching between maybe polished content, maybe a quick selfie you shoot for them. Because again, we all know that video builds relationships and really makes yourself human to these potential leads. So doing something like that, I think will absolutely help with your lead conversion and generate more clients and more loyal clients. So hopefully that helps, guys. Hopefully those tips are helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, just hit me up and I will definitely help you out.